Hi guys, I'm back again today with another reaction video, and today we're checking out teacher questions. How can we believe in the man who was illiterate, Ahmed Deedat? Okay, he's going to answer this question from a teacher. So before we do start, don't forget to subscribe if you haven't already. Click that bell button to get notified whenever I do upload a video. So guys, let's check this out. Okay.
When I came to the meeting tonight, I wasn't quite sure what I was coming to. When I came through the door, I was left in no doubt at all. It was entitled Jesus and Muhammad, and thank you for putting Jesus first. I'm sure you will accept that you did not put the case for Christianity as a Christian would put it. I'm sure you would, and that I can understand in an audience of this kind who was already persuaded towards the Muslim way of thinking. Indeed, I would say that I, as an individual, would respect the Quran. I'm afraid you did not respect my holy book, which is the Bible, in quite the same way. In fact, I'm a teacher, and in my classroom, I've got a television which is fixed to the wall. And on the top of the television, there's just room to put the Quran, because I respect, I've got Muslim children in my school, and I put the highest, I know you respect your book, you want to put it in the highest place. So I do that, I put it in the highest place. Now, what I'm saying to you is this: you've not really given, in my opinion anyway, the Christian loving and forgiving, these are the two essential things, although you denigrate forgiveness for some reason, as highly as I would. But more than that, perhaps you answer this point. Muhammad, you talked a lot about Jesus, you talked a lot about our holy book. We're not talking much about Muhammad, or indeed the Quran too much, apart from the missionary aspect of it. Could you tell me how you can believe, and indeed anybody in this room can believe, in one man who couldn't read, couldn't write, indeed could get his followers by bloodshed through war?
Well, at least his question is valid, and I really want to know what the answer is going to be, because this seems really intriguing. Let's go back.
How you can believe that man was a follower of God, let alone a prophet of God, and to accept all his teachings as you do so glibly, and yet reject Christianity and the holy book of Christianity so easily as well.
Okay.
You see, you have thrown in so many things in this little contribution of yours, that how can we believe in a man who was illiterate and who, by bloodshed, who had spread his faith, converted the people. Now, with regards to the man being unlearned, this is a fulfillment of the prophecy in your book, a fulfillment. The book of Isaiah, chapter 29, verse 12. It says there, and the book is given to him that is not learned. The book, please. The book is given to him that is not learned, saying, read. And he says, I am not learned. Now, if you look for in the religious history of man, in the Bible, you will never find an occasion where any prophet of God, when given the message of God, he says, I'm not learned. But if you read any biography of Muhammad, any written by Muslims or non-Muslims, they will tell you that the first revelation that was given to him in Ghar Hira, the Mount of Hira, when the angel of God comes to him and commands him in his mother tongue, he says, iqra, read. And Muhammad says, ma ana biqari'in. He said, I'm not learned. So the angel of God commands him a second time, iqra, read. And again he says, ma ana biqari'in. He said, I'm not learned. For the third time, the angel of God embraces him hard, and he says, iqra bismi rabbika alladhi khalaq. Now he grasps the message, that what he was required to do was to repeat. Because this Arabic word iqra means to read, to recite, to rehearse, to repeat. And he repeats the words as they were given to him. Iqra bismi rabbika alladhi khalaq. Read in the name of the Lord and Cherisher who created. Khalaq al-insana min alaq. Say, he who created man from a mere clot of congealed blood. Iqra wa rabbukal akram. So read, and the Lord is most bountiful. So he says, iqra wa rabbukal akram. So allazi allama bil qalam. So he who taught the use of the pen. So he says, allazi allama bil qalam. So allama al insana ma lam ya'lam, taught man that which he knew not. The very fact that the man is unlearned is a proof that this book is a book of God. See?
You misunderstand the point I'm making.
Let me finish. All right. That this book is the book of God. An illiterate man, a man who can't read or write. Excuse me, look, don't disturb the gentleman.
Oh.
This man can't listen to two persons at the same time. Nobody can. So, the very fact the man can't read or write, and he produces a book of this nature, giving solution to all your problems. All your problems. This is the challenge. I said, look, come on, man, you have problems. You have 4 million women in England today who can't get husbands. Even if every Englishman got married, it will never happen. You got 4 million of your sisters and your aunties and your cousins, they can't get husbands. What is the answer? I said, this book gives you the answer. Problem of alcohol, you have no answers. 2,000 years you are fumbling. This book gives you the answer.
I could answer that by
saying,
what about the kidnapping in Lebanon, which was done by Muslims? What about the Iraqi-Iran war, which is...
Oh my gosh. How can you... That is always the rebuttal of everyone, right? Like, okay, his question is, how can we believe in a man who is illiterate? So Ahmed Deedat gives the answer. And since he cannot rebuttal, he's using now terrorism. So basically, let's say I'm asking you a question, right? And then you give me an answer. Because I don't want to lose the argument, I will be like, oh, you know what? Your brother kicked my sister. So you are bad. Okay? I asked you a question, and because I can't accept because you gave me a great answer and I don't want to lose, I'm going to use something bad that happened that is related to you against you so that you will not have anything else to say. Is that... Hello? Who is off topic now? But anyways, let's see what Ahmed Deedat is going to say.
Done by Muslims, what about all the others? No, listen, you misunderstand the point I'm making. I'm making the point that I'm not trying to denigrate Muhammad. I wouldn't do that in an audience like this.
Brother,
Muhammad,
I will listen to you, but why not let me finish it? Let me finish. Look, you are the principal. Yes. You are the principal of a school, and you know. So look, you asked the question. Let me finish. We'll give you a chance again. Please. The second charge, that he spread his religion by bloodshed. You see, you know your great men. Thomas Carlyle, you heard about him? One of the greatest thinkers of the past century. In 1840, in England, he delivered a series of talks on heroes and hero worship. And you know whom he chose as his hero prophet? Muhammad. You know that, sir? Muhammad. His hero prophet. Not David, not Solomon, not Moses, not Jesus, but Muhammad as his hero prophet. Your man, Thomas Carlyle. And he defends Muhammad. Listen to him. After all, look, who was bribing him to say the things that he was saying? I want you to tell me. He said, look, some Arabs bribed him in 1840 here in England. When the Arab world, the Muslim world was down in the gutter, a whole lot of it. This Englishman, or Britisher, Thomas Carlyle, he says about this accusation of yours, sir, the sword. He said, the sword indeed. But where will you get your sword? He said, every new opinion at its beginning is precisely in the minority of one. In one man's head alone, there it dwells as yet. It is one man against all men. That he take a sword and try to propagate with that will do little for him. He said, first, you must get your sword. Where do you get your sword? Where do you get your sword from? By force? One man against all men, the whole nation? Whatever he preached, it was going against the grain of the nation. They were not like politicians. Muhammad was not a politician. The politician was giving you what you want. Churchill was offering you what you wanted. You wanted to save your country from the Germans. He said, look, you listen to me and I will see that Germany doesn't conquer this country. Hitler told his people, you listen to me and I will give you a Lebensraum, elbow room, that you'll rule this Europe and the world for 1,000 years. Muhammad is going against the grain of the whole nation, a nation of drunkards. They want to drink, he says no drink. They want to gamble, he says no gambling. They want endless, limitless number of wives, he says no, limit them. At every step, he went against the grain and he conquered them with what? With a sword. One man against the whole world with a sword. Does it make sense? Then the Muslims spread out. You know we ruled Spain for 800 years. If 800 years the Muslims ruled any type of force, even economic force, we wouldn't have been thrown out of Spain. 800 years. We ruled that country, and when we were kicked out, there was not one man left in that country to give the azan. Reason? Because they didn't use any type of force. We ruled India for 1,000 years, the Muslims. And after 1,000 years of Muslim rule, when partition takes place, the Muslim gets 1/4, the Hindu gets 3/4. Why? Because we didn't use any force. Indonesia, I want to know which Muslim army went there. 130 million Muslims. Malaysia, which Muslim army went there? The whole of East Africa, which Muslim army went there? The whole of West Africa, which Muslim army went there? Tell me, force. Today in Britain, people like you, sir, people who think, who are not prejudiced, they are accepting Islam. What sword? It is the sword of the intellect, sir. One little rule, I think the chairman forgot to lay it down, and that was, each person would be allowed one question at a time. That doesn't debar you. So one question at a time. Then what the person does, he goes to the back of the queue and takes a turn again.
Can I just say that thank you very much for listening, and Jesus is Lord.
Mm-hmm. Okay. I mean, like, as a person, you either think about the answer or don't accept the answer. Every time we watch this, it's like going to the same, it's going around the circle. It's only once in a blue moon that you get proper people who ask questions and want to actually know the answer. But most of the time, it's just people who want to vomit their thoughts just for whatever reason. I don't know what reason they have, but most of the time when we watch this, people just don't freaking care about the answer, to be honest. Like, I've watched probably like 2-3 people out of all the reactions we've done who really wanted the answer, but most of them, they just wanted to go against everything. And they're like, oh, it's like, oh, your teacher tells you 1 + 1 = 2, and you're like, you know what, because I'm so smart, I want to act smart, I want the whole classroom to think I'm a genius, so I'm going to ask a question so that people will think I'm a genius. So you go and say, teacher, I have a question. Teacher asks, what is it? We're like, oh, if 1 + 1 = 2, then what is 1x plus 2yz equals da 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 da? And then when the teacher is explaining it, you don't even care. You just want it to sound smart. That is mostly the people that we watch here. But I do enjoy when the answers is given, because at least we take something away from it. I don't care if the person who asked it doesn't take away from it. That's their own problem. But at least we do, right? So that is interesting. Let me know what you guys thought. If you like this video, don't forget to give this video a thumbs up. Subscribe if you haven't already. I'll see you in the next video. Bye.